Everything we once knew is gone. We've become drifters, roaming the wastelands, scouring the wreckage for something to hold on to, searching for someone to light the way forward.
Đó, mẹ ra đến rồi quay lại mấy cái đó được chứ. Ủa má tao lút hồi nào mà đừng có chú quan. Mày đừng có chú quan. Tao lút hai cái đó. Tao lút một cái thinh. Tao lút cái gì? Tao lút một cái thinh. Hỏi tao đéo có máu đéo có nước. Tao cái này có tiếng nhạc hay quá. Còn đánh cái này có tiếng nhạc hay quá. Đó với nó chủ. Nặng có thể. 400 rồi. 500. Ra con mày tao hai cái cúp vô tao có 4 là chó gì áo xanh vậy
Okay.
Đi đây
Yes.
bây giờ đánh này thì chưa dễ rồi tôi đánh coi vậy rồi đi đi
No orders.
Rồi
Yep.
này thì bóc đi cái nữa dưới nước á ở dưới nước á.
How may I help you?
Tao biết ngay mà. Tao biết ngay mà.
Yep.
Rồi. Ủa má hai con xây tốt là lấy cây xem. Ô. Má. Bắt nổ quá này. Trao đổi 10 thằng đổi đấy. Đây là cô được đấy. Có keo liền kìa, có keo liền chết kìa. Nghe nói. Quán mình luôn. Đó. Bóc ra luôn. Hai bóc. Bóc biết không? Rồi. Thôi nhậu đi.
What you need?
Mệt quá. Không mệt. Có bà đét cho bấm nha, bấm thiên đàng. À mà ra. Bà đét thiệt. Mày 7 giờ mấy rồi. Muốn què có bắn bà đét mà. Để là 7 giờ mấy đó. Để ngày cắm là lấy con bà đét nha. Lớn.
Moving.
Là bấm bấm.
Yes?
Thầy hãy để thêm thốn tới.
What do we have here?
Ready. Your orders? What's up?
Cái cửa hàng nào đâu ạ? Ra trên kia đi. Đây. Đấy chứ rồi. Hỏi chứ tao bỏ ta có cái
What do we have here?
tao lút hai cái đó. Tao lút một cái. Tao có tay. Yếu bạn. Trời ơi.
What's up? How may I help?
Lái là anh em mà phải đụng cho bắn. Con mẹ dạ gọi cho tao đi bay đi còn bài bò nó bài tôi nè má chừng hai má tay hai tay hai anh đang cũng được đâu phải rồi chơi tốt ghê lắm nha đây rồi tao rồi thì nó biết em chưa nhưng giờ thấy mấy con gà này là cái sáng quá quá tuyệt vời lên có biết được kìa có từng lòng từ từ cái
Yes. Not gonna work.
Ôi
All right.
trong nhà này
Uh-huh.
thôi còn tối đi không chọn đẹp tối đi không thôi dạ trong nhà còn ai thôi ủa sao này ui sao này cả không biết rồi tôi nghĩ mẹ
Ready.
Reporting in.
hiện tại mình có ai đâu phải đâu cái đến chạy nè
Yes.
yêu tao
Okay.
nói đỏ
Command.
đi bay đi chơi
Not going to happen. You got it.
cô ơi chặt gì vậy bạn ơi ai yêu tên trả giá rồi cho mẹ rồi cho tiêu cho đâu ủa vậy nó phải nếu tôi bị tôi nữa là nếu tôi bị tôi nữa Để con mẹ rồi Mỗi lần có chèo ăn mấy nhẹ nghe không? Thôi đó. Qua một viên. Thôi, chèo ăn mà làm mười mấy ngàn, tốn kém viên nó phải lòng đâu đi. Đi coi. Kệ đâu nhé đi. Alo, có thể làm vợ được không? Alo, có thể quá trời ấy rồi. Ôi đây kìa. Có gì mà làm về vậy? Đây. Có đâu. Mua cho bạn. Một chiếc bố. Cái gì? Hai con ra này, con ra một con. Quá chắc vô hai là cái. Không phải chơi. Chấm cái đâu. Chấm cái. Thì có tên nó để là qua đó được. Nó bắt đây tên
Your command.
Đừng ra.
Yep.
Đâu rồi. Ê. Anh em có lộn đi mẹ. Tem nó hay mà. Thôi đi xuống à. Nói chứ đừng bay được thôi. Sao? Còn 8 hết. Còn trong đây sao? Ôi trời ơi. Bắn chú mà. Không có đây. Đấy, con đang không gì. Rồi ham chết nha. Có ai đi đây thôi. Cho con bán hàng, cho con bán hàng.
Your orders?
Your command?
Yes.
All right. What do we have here?
Ui.
One of the bigger ones down. This is down to
Quest complete.
Not gonna work.
What's up?
Yep. Your orders?
thấy nữa. Lộn gì chứ. Mày lấy gì qua tới đây luôn. Lấy cái sai.
Consider it done.
Chó. Chơi gì nữa đây cái cạnh cái xuống đó không kẹp lại
There are survivors at the gate.
Ragged bunch, shuffling slowly towards the gate.
Năm hai đúng không?
Oh shit. Chỉ cần một người chạy cho nặng thôi. Đây đó tụi em, cái xe dưới đất nè. Kia anh kìa. Đây anh đi qua. Ok. Chân nó lên. Ready.
What's up?
Yes.
Ready.
Không bên đây bên
Mission
Not enough
complete.
inside.
đây ông thấy ông thấy thằng cô
Not gonna work. Okay. Yes. How may I help? What you need? Shoot. Sure thing. Your command.
con tự lập của mình đâu này Thế rồi à? Con này còn 4 người ta. Ra ngoài đi qua nè.
Nghe tổ má bà độ
Không chạy ra, không chạy ra. Hai nghìn mét là chạy rồi.
It's a busy day of work and duties. One colonist has oddly stopped working.
Mày vô nước đi. Mày vô nước đi ơi. Rồi đi đó biết nằm thôi. Đắt ra biết nằm. Nghe lại. Rớt rồi. Đi. Ai? Bắt rồi.
Shoot.
ba bốn luôn có rồi thôi
How may I help? Reporting in.
ở dưới đội nữa. bên nghe. Đây.
Your orders?
Nghe cái mặt luôn.
Không, muốn chơi Phúc Lan không? Muốn mua đi vô Phúc Lan không? Đã đủ tiền rồi nè, đã tôi ngứa tay tôi quay. Vô đá vài vòng. Miếng hết nghèo rồi.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Ready.
How may I help? Uh-huh.
Giờ có cái ốc 200 là có em có Việt Nam vé.
Sorry, can't do that. Yep. What you need? Your command?
Giờ tới sự kiện nạp mình học viết tiếp.
Can do.
Sự kiện giờ có bia lắc nó sẵn rồi. Ồ.
Here, Hatsawat going to be coming back behind them. Other members for Sonic just trying to defend up at the time. How much are we going to see Sonics commit into this one right now as Tig's already taking a ton of damage?
Hatsawat out there by Shrimzy's driving path. Shrimzy should spot him out. That grenade could get Tig, but Shrimzy so good with the seat swap, going to take Hatsawat down.
I mean, Shrimzy has just been having an amazing tournament, dude. This guy has had so many clutch moments, survival capabilities. I mean, the switch up in Sonics has really unlocked Shrimzy in a way that we've been wanting to see for so long.
And it's the follow-up off of the frontline play of Tiggleton and Kickstart that has been so good. You know, if one of those players goes down, Shrimzy is instantly there to trade. He is so smart, so good at positioning, and he's right on the heels of those two superstar players, and you know, helps. He's been a big part of why the Sonics are where they are right now.
The Sonics going to have to make their way up to the northeast, a bit closer to Tricka, but they should be fine over there. I mean, they did lose H-Win for it, but that's not going to be the worst position to play for the time being. We can see that V7 is getting some harassment in the south, specifically looking like they've got their eyes on that T5 positioning, and going to continue to harass that one out. Not too many other big movers, as it is going to be SSG as well as Dynamo that are making their way in the zone, but both of their pathings are pretty open.
Tosi found a big knock. Tanadol trying to come out. Tosi's just going to spray in there with the AUG, trying to find a knock or anything, but a little bit off the mark, a little bit to the right of where the res is happening. Other members of V7 starting to spray in. A little bit of damage connects on a Tanadol from Heaven, but I think they're okay. So T5 only losing a player in this exchange, so basically going 1-for-1 with the Sonics, but I think, you know, if they revisit this, they might consider like Trika or a different compound instead, and I just don't think they thought that Sonics would go there this early. We don't have a lot of information on this map, on this area of the map, and how teams are going to want to play it in this event. So you're guessing a little bit there as T5, and it went okay.
I mean, also, yeah, with the emergency pickups, it's you can't really fault Sonics too much. It's like, oh, hey, we just had 4 people laying on top of us, and we just, I guess we have to keep our eyes peeled to the ceiling all the time to make sure nobody lands on us.
Yeah, nobody made a mistake, right? Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's one of those things that just happens because, again, a lot of these teams are still figuring out this map. Now, this is a hard shift and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is going to be pretty open in the center of it, as it's going to be pretty much an ice field for people to kind of contend with. If you love fields, guess what? We're going to get ourselves a pretty decent chunk of one inside this one. Tricka also pretty much entirely inside of, actually, all of it is inside of it. We still have even some of the water to play with over into the east. So, rotations, we've got NH that has to keep an eye back behind them. Is it going to be TM? Twisted Mind's going to get spotted out. Perfectic's going to be the first one to go down.
Clean spray from CC, looking for the follow-up onto some other Twisted Minds players. Lou out there trying to flank. CC guessing that they're by the car, but Lou's already out, and he's got a ton of damage into December the 12th, but December gonna rotate away from that nade. I think he's okay.
This feels like one of those you just kind of write off, right? I mean, Perfectix is just so close to the rest of the squad. Lou in some trouble, but CC not wanting to commit too much more into it. So really, it's just a matter of securing this point right now and making sure nobody else comes after it. And it looks like Twisted Minds just repositioning down the hill, seeing if maybe somebody gets greedy.
That's a tough player to lose early for Twisted Minds. They really would like to keep Perfectix up and running, but I don't think they're going to get the opportunity. That grenade most likely, ooh, it went too far or something. Didn't quite finish the job. Usually, these players pretty clean with those grenades, but the downhill angle maybe caused that grenade to bounce a bit further than they expected.
So it's led to this odd standoff as Twisted Minds is to the south of NH, so is being gate kept, but they're not in a big rush with it. Instead, just trying to see if maybe they can secure something. Batulin's at this range position, really wants to get a knock in retaliation, but it's just not being provided. NH doing a very good job of realizing he's going to bleed out. What else do we need to do?
Yep, and Donowa is about to potentially drive through that. Salalzi has to clear Bear. Aches left almost going down on their emergency pickup into Trika. So able to find a little bit of space ahead of the Sonics in a better position in this current circle, in this current vicinity. But Kickstar just can't quite find the knock on the Summer.
Here come the throwables, going to hit pretty well. Summer in some trouble, going to run away, and Kick's going to go ahead and find that one. Looks like he's going to go for the flush, not realizing how many enemies are going to be around him at that stage. Now a reposition coming up from Ming. Looks like he's going to try to go for that door around the outside, but that might get read in just one moment. Now Tig gone down inside of this exchange as well. Going to get a bit of a reinforcement from that reposition coming up from Kickstar.
Yeah, Kick trying to do what he can to keep the rest of Petrichor Road out of this fight. Hopefully maybe try to go for this res. That grenade just not going to find the angle in. Chewy's going for another.
But that side flank, Chewy's doing such a great job on distracting. You can see the other two members, Ming, Aixlef, both going for a more aggressive shift into this one. They've got their eyes on this open, very wide doorway. Goes for a spray, doesn't connect on it the way that they want to. But now they've managed to breach into the building. The problem is, are they going to get red on it? And Chewy just gets dropped. Exchange on both sides.
What a great position from Kickstart, expecting the play through the window. That grenade, though, right on the money. And that is going to be Sonic's eliminated first on Vikendi.
It comes at a cost. Two members of Petrichor Road now down, but at least inside of Trika, they feel safe.
Unbelievable. I mean, what a fight. That could have swung both ways. Really good stuff from Petrichor Road on that flank, though. That really opened up that extra space for the angles for Aixlef to get a grenade in, get some shots in. Donawa, I was curious about this rotation. They bypassed the new Happy Twisted Minds fight, and now they're trying to bypass V7 on the coast.
I mean, they're getting away with it. I guess they might be eyeing more into that Trika line, but it is going to be SSG that I think it's probably going to be Pixel that's going to spot them as they round that corner. So any damage that V7 does is going to be tried to pick up by whatever Pixel can find on it, and Circle does stay in this Trika hillside fight. I also want to point out that Tylu's positioning right now is real strong.
And Pixel has an angle into Donawa. Very long-range shots. Donawa lucky to get away without a tire being popped or something. Driving on a cliffside like that with a popped tire can get a little tricky. So able to avoid any real danger. And Pixel going to just say, well, I've got information on this team. He's feeding it over to the rest of SSG. Now the calls are coming out for Roth to shift in to the northeastern corner of the circle.
Updates on a couple of different positions. We've got Batulins is trying to figure out what he's going to do for his squad right now. Twisted Minds is he's kind of eyeing that position where 17 Gaming is going to be at, and right up on top of it. This is not going to be the easiest rotation for them to navigate. The other two members are very far outside the blue right now, and this is just a symptom of the circle, right? There's just not going to be a lot of territory. You either commit to Trika and at least get something, or you need to make sure you defend a dip with every fiber of your being.
Yeah, and you don't want to make a center dive just yet as Twisted Minds, because that hillside is already not only occupied, but a lot of teams are going to have angles into it. And Xiaowu, he knows he can get up here because his backside is clear. The rest of 17 able to lock this down behind him in this 2-2 split, so he can take a more central position. Twisted Minds cannot.
Well, Twisted Minds can also exploit this, I think, a bit. Tyloo is running, I believe, a 3-1 split. And they have a Tongmu that's just kind of playing a bit more centered than everything else. So this hillside does lead directly into Trika itself, so we might see a couple of different shifts out of that one. Pio, I think, is in the air right now. He's managed to, you can see his parachute off in the distance. The other members of Gen G just trying to send it in, as it is a role reversal, as Gen G's members on the ground not finding a lot of luck.
I mean, I have no idea. Pio looks like he's heading into the southwest corner at Trika. Sharp shot with a bolt. He's really, really good with them. So he likes the AWM. He prefers that, but
that was a weird play from Gen G in general, as usually the guy up in the sky is feeding the open pathing and where to go. As that just felt like, I don't know, mystery or something else like that. That did not go the way they wanted.
Right now is I think we could say Pixel has an angle into Donawa. This event. Very long-range shots. Donawa on the same page in the meta. Speaking of AWMs, Mime has one.
And this is just a symptom of the circle, right? There's just not going to be a lot of territory. You either commit to Trika and at least get crates. Gen G just trying to... They're probably working with some pretty strong toys right now, and they've got a hillside that's going to provide a lot of support for them. The split position from 17 Gaming could be exploited by Twisted Minds, but while they can crest up and get some shots in, you can see that the other duo is just going to have perfect vision on that hillside and deny any beats.
This is pretty good recognition here from Batu that this is about the only space available in this circle that's relatively safe, and it makes things much more difficult for 17 since they split out in this 2-2. So I'm assuming the next he's got some mortars, and he's got a Groza too. Yeah. He's got an AWM and a Groza and a mortar. I mean, he could absolutely end somebody's round. I think Snaker's maybe on point. I think he's going to be gunning for 17, the two players that are up on the side of the hill. Snaker sees him, so he's going to be able to coordinate these shots.
How's his read on it? Looks like about 350 meters. I think that might be a bit long. We'll have to see. As shot has now made it a bit more complicated for these guys over here in 17 Gaming. Yeah, just a bit short.
Just another tick up. Nope. He's going for 350 still. I guess they felt like that's good enough, but they can keep the pressure on. Maybe try to back 17 off for a rotation.
How many of these does he have? Oh, the tree is its own independent. Oh, the Ghost is going to go down. Mime's going to continue raining him down. Xiao Wu suddenly feeling like he's got a red zone on top of him, dancing around. You can see staring at the sky. Where's the next one going to come?
I think 17 thought that those shots were going to go longer. Xiao Wu on 4 health. So close to going down. Great utilization here by Mime.
Oh, but Twisted Minds saw that. They're already hopping inside of vehicles. They're just jumping, leapfrogging over the other members for 17 Gaming and exploiting what we saw LG set up.
This is brilliant. They know the leaderboard. They know who got knocked up here. And they can do some serious damage. The good opener for Spyro and another follow-up from Lu.
That is 2 big components
Hoàng
for
Quỷ
17 Gaming.
đã được hàng mình chưa thử. Chân mệnh trả mi mua toàn chị em này.
LG now also has their rotation tonight. This was a magnificent read from Twisted Minds.
In so many different ways, not only on the positioning and the points, but on the leaderboard as well. So beautiful stuff, and you force 17 out of the next circle. That gives space for Day Trade to try to make their maneuver, but I don't think they fully read initially where 17 was. Suju had some opportunities to do some damage, couldn't find it. Danawa is going to clean out Petrichor Road over in Trika on the very eastern edge of the circle that's remaining in there. So the damage done by the Sonics is finished off by Danawa. Still though, Twisted Minds going to have a role to play in here, but they're going to be under fire from a couple of different teams. LG wants to try to claim that territory potentially.
You're seeing NH also just get ripped to pieces. Them and V7 rotated in roughly the same spot. That is going to be Cerberus, Naisaki also providing some supervision. The remnants of Genji and Kyo also kind of peeking down into this one, and you can see while a couple of kills have been exchanged between them, it is nobody coming away from it clean.
And Tosi now going to have to play salvage for V7. He needs to find some points. Mime putting that AWM to good use. Found Xiao Bei, found the flush. Now Belmoth on the ground for Day Trade. Cerberus has a bit of an angle on the outside of those smokes. Tycon trying to keep New Happy off of their other flank as grenades start to rain in from Spyro.
Đã nằm xuống rồi. Cùng lúc này thì vòng bò mới cũng sắp xuất hiện và để xem vòng bò nó tiếp tục gọi tên A tầm move của đồng đội. Vẫn đang ở giữa tầm bò vô cùng đẹp. Và đây là đội tuyển duy nhất còn 4 người ở giữa bò cách thoải mái nha. Những đội tuyển xung quanh như là Tuyết Mai, như là Phây thì cũng đang nhận một chút sát thương rồi. Thậm chí vừa xong thì V7 thằng Binh cũng đã đi luôn ở trong tay của Tai Con. Cùng lúc này thì sao đây? Sọc sọc phó cây nằm xuống, Suzy cũng vậy và top 13 gọi tên 17 Gaming trong game thi đấu này. Top 1 thì đã không có một trận thi đấu thành công. Top 2 thì đã gãy tận 3 người. Cơ hội.
Day Trade should be able to get the res on a flash, and then they've got a tough situation. Maybe they can wait this fight out between LG and Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds can get the res up.
Well, the circle also has shifted directly into this, so Trika now out. So that means the T5, SSG, Danawa, Genji all going to have to make a move at roughly the same time. A Storm is going to be setting up just directly on top of Cerberus to the south.
Yeah, this is making things very tricky for Cerberus, because again, you can see much better into the Storm than you can out of it. So Cerberus is going to be in a bit of a pickle and be stuck, and Day Trade shifting away from that Storm. Danawa continues their reign of destruction, already taking Petrichor Road out, looking for Genji. Sungjung hitting the front behind the tree. Salute had an opportunity to get stuck behind that tree, but didn't.
Now Molotov's going to be coming out. Information fed over. Soul, the rest of the boys going to be coming down onto this one pretty heftily. But that's going to go now. It should be a much easier for Donna to move forward, but it is going to be NH down in front of him.
We're going to either go through NH. T5 gets wiped out off screen by Tai Lu, but Tai Lu's Shen is down. Twisted Minds looking for more points. This is what makes them such a good team, that they can scrape together points in games that look like they don't have anything to work with.
And they've shifted into the circle, into the storm right now, actually. They're going to go ahead and get center of the circle as well. And now Tai Lu has to move out. They have to go after that Tong Lu knock that just happened with LG. So oddly enough, LG just keeps doing favors over and over that Twisted Minds are just making use of.
Yeah, LG, I mean, ideally wanted to take Twisted Minds out along the way, but Twisted Minds is just dodging them magnificently. And here's what we're talking about. You can see pretty well into the storm from the outside of it, and Danawa has a great opportunity to knock NH out.
But SSG spotted out. Danawa repositioned, very vulnerable on this flank point. are going to get the down onto Anonix, but it's going to be Soul that shifts back down into him. How is he going to go for the play on this one? He has got to be careful. Storm now up on top of him. Nade's going to be exchanged. Donovan starting to step away, but keep in mind the blue zone is going to be coming in very, very quickly.
Well, FaZe is hot on the heels of SSG, so it's just a snake along this edge. Everybody cannibalizing each other. Tianba getting involved as well. They get the knock on the Gustav. It is just an absolute mess here on the east side of the circle.
Dude, it is just, there's minimal vision. Storm up on top of you. A lot of people trying to exploit that at the time. Tianba also getting that raining damage down up on top of FaZe. They're going to make something with that one, but you can see every single time you go for a peek, there's already 2 or 3 other teams involved in it. If you're looking in the north, it is just an absolute mess up here.
Yeah, and the Storm has really slowed things up now on that southeastern corner. Teams are giving each other space. Nobody wants to overcommit to something just yet. Phase 6 hard shifts again up towards the north. Tai Lu, a couple of their players just left. LG is a really nice position. They can keep day trade off their backs, claim that western side of the circle. They've got some hills to work with. They've got a bit of high ground. Should be a really good position, especially with that AWM in play, to take advantage of their spot.
Kills are going to be hard to find, as it feels like the east is going to be where so much of our movement's going to be happening. We've got Cerberus, Donovan both having to make some moves. See Day Trade already getting into a bit of a kerfuffle with them right now, but Cerberus just going to backstab right up on top of Donovan, man. There's nothing they could do. It is just a perfect pinch, and Loki now the last one up, unless he can manage to pick up a couple of kills out of it. I mean, High Saki leading the way on one side of it, Non looking into what's going on with Space Station Gaming. The remnants of those. Pixel had a big play coming out yesterday, but I don't know, man. Donovan's just got the high ground and the hold.
Yeah, and Donovan just got pinched, just sandwiched to New Happy. Too good, too smart. SSG trying to pick up some points where they can, but not really able to weather the storm, quite literally. As New Happy, CC trying to get up on top, trying to get to Ming Ming here, get that all-star player up and running again.
All right, eyes now drawn over the leaderboard. We've got a tie between NH and FaZe, neck and neck with each other. LG wanting to pick up those kills because they want to make the climb of their own, but back behind them, Cerberus could have a big game, putting themselves in the top 8. There's still 4 members up down here to the south, and they're very, very active. They've spotted out what's going to be going on with Day Trade. Looks like Isaki already getting the harassment and onto him. Quick spin around, coming back from Bochil. He says, no, we're not done yet.
Wow, that is a nasty 3x spray from Buchills onto a member of Cerberus. Himas has re-knocked Ming Ming. Not sure how in position New Happy is to get that res. Actually, I think they put him in a vehicle and they're driving away.
Yeah.
Flash on very little health, has to dash away from LG, feeling that pressure, seeing if he can take advantage of this timing, but nope, Tycon heard it, sensed it, grenade from Himatsu with the follow-up.
And now it is just going to be about control. How much can you maintain in this one? FaZe holding it down over into the east, making sure to punish anybody that steps into the zone. LG now starting to exploit that high ground. It's just Cerberus on the hillside opposing them, and a bit of what's going on with Tianba, but you can see Tianba just down behind the rock. That's all they've got to work with. That's our circle, guys. It is from one side of the circle to the other, that open.
And there is a tire that's exposed to LG, so they could pop those tires, make things even more difficult for Tianba, assuming that the circle just doesn't shift onto them. FaZe still under pressure. James is going to be knocked by NH. And NH is going to to be gone, though, in the long run. Tycon continues to harass Day Trade, finishes the job on the Pucho.
Anyone not named Devon, Mirage,
things getting a little bit more dire for these teams on the south side. LG with so much control, but good shots from Tycon.
Never count out Tycon, man. This guy had the most ridiculous performance I have ever seen on an international stage. He's got friends with him this time, already sitting at 6 kills altogether. Keep in mind, they have some high ground to work with of their own, and they're wanting to put some work into it. The circle does shift in more of that no man's land. LG still going to have some vision to work with, but a lot of crates also going to be popping down that maybe somebody can get something out of, but I don't know. With the LG side, I think that's a track.
Yeah, Tianba has to start making moves, and they're trying to backfill into FaZe, but instead it's actually Cerberus Himas who has an angle. Luminosity as well, pouring fire down into Tianba, finding tons of knocks, tons of damage. Sure, some crates come down, but that probably doesn't do too much for you.
More and more control just going into LG's favor. Spyro, though, still up over here. Have to keep an eye on him, as it is also going to be Cerberus just continuing their walk down this hillside. It's going to be James that does go down. He had a nade prepped up, so he's going to go and finish himself out. Correxy, though, looks like he might be trying to backstab into this one, creeping up back. Just, I don't know if they read it. He's going to be right there. Yeah, he's at least going to be able to pick up one.
He had no idea. Had no idea where that last FaZe player was. Corexy might have just bought enough time to keep himself in this game a little bit longer. I don't think he can get back to Fex James is going to be flushed, so
yeah.
What do you do?
Bex is going to get flushed as well, as Tiamba has nowhere to go. They've just hopped in a vehicle. They're just sending it by. They're going to pick him up as they go, and they're going to run up right back behind Corexy. I mean, up on top of him. They jump out instantly, start going for the sprays into this one, and Cerberus just gets ripped to pieces.
Great timing here by Tiamba. It looked like they might have been out of this. Corexy still has a role to play. He is smashed right in the middle of this Tiamba formation. They're looking for him. ZYY is just thinking, maybe I should just tuck some stuns in. Finally accounted for and dealt with.
Now we've got our top four. It's going to be Tiamba, the odd team out. Spyro solo up in between them and LG. LG with the high ground, and it's going to be Tyloo with the low ground.
Oh boy. Tiamba, the fact that they're still in this game is extremely impressive. They were in a really bad spot, suffered a ton of knocks, and they are recovering nicely. They found a beautiful timing while Cerberus and FaZe were scraping it up.
Damage from mine, that was 700 and something.
Yeah, man, that arm will pump out damage real fast if you're hitting shots with it. Groza as well, I think he might have had one, and I think there might be two Grozas inside of LG potentially. I'm not exactly sure if they were just shuffling it around or if in fact they have multiple, but still very firm control of this. Tyloo still in that shack, just trying to play the patience game.
We keep having leaderboard switches galore up at the top. Twisted Minds presently in first right now as they still have their solo up, but let's be honest, Spyro, man, there's a potential to pick up a couple more kills, but it is going to be a nail-biter for you to contend with. It's full-on authority coming down from LG, finally having to leave their hillside, but nobody wants to move into the circle. It's going to be all about the firefight before you get there.
And Twisted Minds now reaches into first place with this tremendous recovery game that they have. Zhao Yang not giving any opportunity for Lin Shu to get much information. Immediately puts him down with some poke damage. Continuing to do so. Now they're going to try to double up on him, but he's still just a little bit better. Smokes come out to cover that angle.
This is about it, right? I mean, it's both of these squads just trying to pick up some kill before the blue zone's going to hit them, and you can see they have not a lot else to work with right now. Spyro is going to be able to maybe exploit this one, but hasn't put too much more in yet. It's going to be Snakers with that nade that lands right up on top of Tiamba.
LG just keeps maintaining control over this western side. Snakers thought about trying to get involved, hoping that maybe there'd be a knock and he could steal some points potentially. Last smoke in the bag for Snakers in this situation. Spyro outside of the next circle, and he's creeping in potentially towards Tiamba.
Oh, but at the firefight, it looks like Tyloo wants to make the move in. Lots of smoke's going to be coming out for them. Lin Shu already back around there, and see the fact that that's our completely open, nothing to be had circle, and this is why the fighting is going to be going on. Throwables look like that might roll down pretty close to a tongue move, and no, it is just going to be LG. They say, no, we need the points, we need to get control. They just send it down into this rock, and they already had complete authority on everything. This circle now just belongs entirely to them. There is nothing that they can't shoot.
Exactly. The blue is going to help out as well. Beautifully timed here by LG. Snakers getting the job done from up on top. The 3-1 split working a treat, but Spyro still alive.
Do not count him out. He is going to spot out. Snakers exchange between them. Spyro with 2 HP. Gonna go down. Snakers clings to life. All 4 members up, and Luminosity takes it.
Things looking bright for Luminosity on Mackenzie. The masters of this map showing that they can get it done in big ways.
Dude, these guys just keep innovating. We've seen them fighting around the Bears. We still saw them go with that Gondor play. Now walking away with the Mackenzie win. No shock at all. That was an extremely hazardous circle to navigate. And shout out to all the squads. Twisted Minds, though, as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Just so
Pure
heads
brilliance.
up plays time and time again inside of that.
There's nothing else to say about that. Brilliance. That is all that was from Twisted Minds. I mean, yeah, you lose a player early in a weird rotation. After that, the rest of the game was so well handled.
Well, this has been our last game for the day, but we still got 3 more to go. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to the analyst desk, and then Toby and Poro are going to take you through the rest of the action.
I always forgot this. We post the link. Is it with a short around timer? No, it's competitive. It's competitive timer, so it's the same timer we use usually in our alpha phase and the teamers game, and also tournament teamer games. It's like it's not the blitz timer.
Luminosity Gaming takes home the chicken dinner in a snowy bloodbath as we see that final circle really come to blows. Let's take a look back at how they got the chicken. It's highlights.
What a fantastic execution of them, and also the way that they controlled the western side. They knew they had to maintain control of that high ground on the west. They knew that they had to make those pushes, but again, like, it was played out perfectly. That western side, right? If you're the last team to come in to clear the west and then take that high ground away, also of course fantastic utility and usage of our utility there for sure. Of course,
You got caught up by this incredible spray. We got Iconics coming out here. He's been waking up, playing better for Donawa, but honestly, a lot of what we saw in this game was capitalizing on the things that other teams did. We saw Mime set up that massive mortar strike on 17 and then immediately Twisted Minds. I think it was Twisted Minds saw the chance and they came in. They got the flushes, they got the position. And when you're working with terrain like this, a lot of the way that your end game has to do is capitalizing on those backfills, so those third parties, those tuck-ins. Because yes, there's a lot of elevation, but that does not mean it comes with a lot of cover.
No, not at all. But like here again, this high ground here, they're able to control. They can sweep on the east, southeast side, right? Also, Cerberus turning on a little bit, Tian, but they managed to kind of capitalize a little bit on FaZe and having a kerfuffle with them, I should say.
I love that word.
But yeah, Spyro almost made it rough for Snakers, but I don't think he got the flush for those guys that has him on the fence.
Yeah, did not get that flush, I don't think, and it really just came down to LG. Twisted Minds played very, very well, but once they took that spot in front of Luminosity, the rest of this game was basically them doing everything they had to push forward, and Luminosity saying, thank you.
Right. Yeah, of course, on top of that, right, they knew that Twisted Minds had already lost a player, so that's huge.
It is huge. Now, we'll take a look at the top 4 teams that came out because it was a little chaotic there at the end game. Very fast-paced. Tyloo walks away with 3rd position, Tiamba in 4th. And, I mean, I think a story here is a lot of teams had a good way to go except LG. This was very home circle for them. They didn't have to do a lot of travel.
Right, and I thought LG was going to have like around the 7.7 maybe kills, but they rounded up here, 8 kills.
I heard they don't round up. They're very honest. You got to take honest. You got to be honest.
Wow, look at the damage on that.
Right? Look at that damage.
Crazy. Mime is so happy for that amount of damage. 6 knocks for him too, and a little bit of more damage than Snakers. That's obviously huge. 6.
A bigger picture of the smile, please.
Yeah. Man of the match is Mime.
Newest member of the team.
Member, of course. First time at a PGC finals.
Yep. And this is big for him. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. He was dropped from the Sonics. They saw a better future with Kickstart. They dropped Mime. Mime even, I think it was a joke, but said, I'm thinking about retiring. Found his home on Luminosity, and they are playing incredibly well here. This is a better fit.
And he will do everything in his power possibly to finish above Sonics here in this grand final.
I mean, we did. I will say, we saw a revenge push early on in our angle match. You can tell there's a little bit of that you made a mistake, boys mentality that he's got going on. And if that's what you need to supercharge to a victory,
that's a motivation right there.
Go for it. 18 points for LG. Twisted Minds walks away with 10. Tyloo at 10. Not too bad. I think what this is going to do is get us confirmed into Twisted Minds strongly in front now at 74. And LG makes a surge up the boards to 3rd place.
Yeah, and we're now again, we had a little bit of a top pack, mid pack, right?
Yep.
Still, if you're in 60 right now, you're 14 points, 16 points if you're in AG Sports right now, away from Twisted Minds. So the top is still really tight.
Absolutely. Whereas the bottom half seems to have heard it was the closest start of the day ever and said, let's just forget about that, as they've been a bit slow here today. Now we're going to head over to our casters and we get ready for the 4th game of the day. Let's go to it.
Hello, everybody, and yes, it is I, Porosaurus, it is he, Toby, and we are ready to take you into our final 3 games of the day, starting with Tego, Toby.
Gonna be absolutely amazing, loving what we've been seeing today so far, and could only imagine that Tego and the Miramar games are gonna impress too.
Absolutely. Well, the leaderboard has tightened up a little bit at the top, but a little bit of a drop down from there. It looks like our top 4 are kind of separating themselves. Well, before last game, it was the top 2 where it had a 10-point lead onto everybody, and now that's gone away again. So it still feels like no matter what you do, a game goes by, a team in the lower half or a couple of teams in the lower half try to make a push to catch up to everybody else.
And it's scary because one thing is we have 17 up there. We're expecting to see 17 up there, but we're also starting to see the Twisted Mind's consistency of the past. And they've been far from consistent through this tournament so far, but coming into that Vikendi game, their best performance was a 5th place finish, but they've just been able to rack up so many kills with every single match they've had. To be able to sit in 2nd, that's scary, because we know they're going to have that pop-off game eventually, but usually what keeps them down is that they don't have the other games to follow. Now they've gotten those other games in. It's just a matter of time.
No, I think you're absolutely right, and it's never ceases to be impressive to me how at every single international event, no matter how slow they start, no matter how lost they may have looked in the group stages in the last chance qualifier, they always manage to pick it up here towards the end. They have a nose for the late game. They know when the games matter the most, and that's when they really turn it on. It's so much fun to watch.
It sure is. It sure is. Now let's hop on over to Tago as we get this one going. We're halfway through the grand finals officially at this point. So we always like to say what one team can do in the first half, the others can do in the other. Nothing is decided as of yet, but there are most certainly some teams that are starting to looking very, very hungry for that PGC trophy.
Never forget, Navi on the final day in 2022. That was the push. Everybody thought it was a 2-horse race until Navi decided to show up on the final day. And fortunately for this lobby, they don't have to deal with Navi, but anybody else in this lobby, it feels like, is capable of pulling off the same thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's been proven. I mean, let alone the fact that Veronica 7 finished off day 1 in the first place. That to me is a... Again, not to go after Veronica 7, but I felt like after day 1, if they can do it, they can all do it. And I feel like that's mostly just a compliment to everyone of how stacked this lobby is and how much anyone we might consider underdog is still at such an incredibly high level that give them just a little bit of like wind in their back, and they could go all the way.
The way these guys are dealing with the inherent pressure of this finals lobby, it may be just a fact that there's so many veterans here, and every team has some amount of veteran presence on it, regardless of the young guns that we've pointed out time and time again. It seems like they are knowing the best way to deal with that stress, to deal with the pressure. And it's only going to get more, though. It's only going to get higher as we see the circle does pop, and it is going to center up right there onto 17.
I mean, I feel like I love the fact that we had the PGC rookies content piece made, and half of those players had already been in PGC before. It's just like everyone here at this point have played so much at the highest level, which is also why the whole there are a little bit of jitters. Maybe 1 or 2 teams will have it, but for the vast majority of these guys, they're repeat representatives at the global championships, and they're showing why they're deserving of being back here once again.
It's almost like experience is a huge deal in an esport such as this. Well, Sololzi, a little bit separated from Cerberus. Actually, Cerberus all over the place near Fish Camp, but Sololzi getting a little bit close over here to Gen G. Now, DG98 has looted up that compound, and he is running away to rejoin the rest of his teammates. Sololzi, though, this seems like he's on a mission. This seems like he knows something, Toby.
Definitely does. He saw Gen G close. He has seen what Pio likes to do in the early game, and he says, you know what, I can do it even better. And if he times this right, might just catch DG98 in the open. The thing is, he's very, very kind of hard committed to looking north right now. I would imagine that he thinks he's still in the compound. So trying to set up an ambush, but not really much of an ambush to be found.
The crowd is going crazy right now. The Thundersticks in full volume as we wait and see where our first fight will be. There you go. A little bit of fun facts there. Day 1 of PGC 2022 Grand Final. 17 claimed 71 points.
of my own pre-war relic. Quite the adventure when I was younger. Now, these old bones just can't keep up.
Hey.
Come back for the site? I need Net X this time. Another cat.
Yeah.
Carla.
Back again? Time to do business?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You break it, you buy it.
Em thì cứ có ghệ đi không sao anh chào em. Tại vì các tủ trung tình nhưng mà được cái
Yeah?
You remind me of the young man I used to know. But always finding it.
Looks like it's in working order.
Dạ không mua không? Dạ mua này không? Đúng không? Dạ có sao? Dạ đâu chắc không?
Oh, it's so cool. Go on. No, push. Wow. Wow.
Nó kêu mấy người là được rồi. Thấy mà sao? Nhưng mà sao chị hoạt động cho mấy người mới mẻ. Cái kiểu sad boy á, kiểu sad boy á. Thầy anh dựng vào, dựng boss cái không? Dựng boss cái không? Cái này ai là 500 ngày. Đó, vậy là xong. Cho cái chết nha. Không, cái con này. Đéo kịp ra rồi. Không, bắt đi cái con duyên ấy. Đi cái con duyên đấy. Con bé đó bắt kịp là người ngoài. Có thể bên phải quẹo phải anh có thể quẹo phải biết bên phải không? Vậy
Hey.
Where to? Take a look.
Thứ hai, tắt mấy thứ hai. Coi cái đấy nè. Biết kìa, chưa đó. Ai sao?
Sure managed to find a fair share of trouble, don't you? And whenever you like. Blue, come on. Let me carry something before you cripple yourself. Help yourself. I told you Sanctuary would grow. In sight now lies. No need a sight to see that you've done real good
Hey!
Hay à, phải đi về nè, quay.
Hey. You say the word. Looking for something specific?
Quên cái con game đập dài.
What's that for?
How can you get into that? What's the
Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
What the?
Exoskeletons with appetite.
biết bao giờ đâu ví dụ Chắc là nó ngọt ngào. Má trước luôn. Ê, mày có chơi cái game có chơi cái game tập chạy không?
Hey.
What you got for me?
See if you had anything worth taking.
Sure, take a peek.
Thôi lên. Rồi lên. Cho con Jerry cỡ ui má chém một cái được.
If that's what you want. If we're gonna dance,
ui ui Sau lưng.
Better in our hands anyway.
Heads up.
What can I do?
Scouring the wreckage.
Danoa continues their reign.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
Nice.
Hey.
Shoot.
Over here.
Of course. Probably have something you can use.
Giờ này luôn tao mặc mất mày. Tao thấy video có vậy tao đi nước phải. Em được giúp anh chị.
What do you think that was? Hey, now. Psst. Point the way. Don't mind the clutter.
Yêu thầy lại chơi. Có chơi đâu. Trong con. Con đấy. Trời đủ má mày.
Heads up.
Just let me know.
Head over there.
Yep.
Trời ơi.
I got you, homie.
Một em.
Move in again. Right. Hello? Wow. Right. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Ui. Chết vậy. Đi luôn đi hả? Chào bạn không được đâu. Còn nhảy xuống nha,
Because
Tosi found a big knock. Sanadol trying to come out. Tosi's just going to spray into there with the AUG, trying to find.
Better in our hands anyway.
Trời ơi. Hai đứa chủ con nữa này. Trời ơi, chắc luôn, chạy đi. Hai mùa luôn. Hai mùa luôn. Nó cắm đầu đấy, nó cắm đầu quay luôn. Cái đầu nó quay luôn. Trời ơi. Trời ơi. Sao mà nó như thế đó được ta? Trời ơi. Là bơi. Đúng thế. Đúng vậy. Cái lột đó này. Ui, cái nhà bắn mấy đầu hai lần đấy, đông lắm.
These are harder than others. But even the hard days get easier than the ones before.
Đủ mẹ cái gì vậy? lên được mà. Chỉ tóc con này nó chạy kiểu đó thôi. Ôi. Ôi. Rồi. Lúc ta không có đồ đúng không? Ủa 5 anh em được vậy? Nhốt vô. Nhốt này một ngày nhốt 2 cô lại. Dắt nước cũng dắt đây chọn bạc kìa, sao kéo là kìa. Không đúng. Mày đi mà, chạy đi em á. Rồi, đi nguyên tàn. Cái này phải cho cái 10 vậy, cái 10 vậy nha. Đây kia đã có chích chốt mà giáo biết là ở trên bên người đen đúng rồi đó, chích chốt. Có mấy cái cái này á. Ở đây mà ẩu. Bộ chắc lên lại chút tiền à.
I know I'm not the only person that has lost something.
Đánh Rồi.